Hello and welcome to Two Mics, One Mac, the podcast where we talk about things. My name is Samuel. I'm here with my co-host Bennett. How are you?
What's up, guys? Yeah. So let's get on the
Great.
table.
We're also here with
uh,
Harrison to laugh at our jokes, maybe. Yeah, that was applause. I want to be
that
very
was
clear that was
wow. That
applause.
was something, I guess.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hope that was applause.
I hope.
Today is our New Year's special, kind of.
What were you implying, Samuel? What else could that have been?
You're right. There's nothing else it could have been.
Not at all.
So this is our New Year's special. We're going to talk about how our year went. We would reflect more on our podcast, but it started in October, so really, what is there to reflect on?
That's true, actually.
Bennett's going to
Honestly,
give us some of his movies, tops and bottoms.
yeah. So I have seen a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 movies
And
this
Bennett,
year.
why do you know the exact number of that?
It's because for every movie that I see, I actually take the ticket of the movie I'm going to see, which I think is really cool, honestly. So every time I see a movie, I take the ticket and I save them. I've been doing that ever since 2015 with The Force Awakens. So, and I've seen a lot of movies. I go to movies a lot, to be honest with you. So,
I
um,
don't. So that movie conversation is going to be almost strictly you.
pretty much, yeah, yeah, basically. Um,
So later we're going to play a science game, and then we're going to talk about the future. So we're going to start off with how our year went. Bennett,
yeah.
how'd your year go?
My year was awesome. Honestly, this is probably one of the best years I've ever had in my life.
Poor-
Legitimately.
How so?
Yeah. So yeah, I got accepted to Virginia Tech. So that's really cool, honestly. This seems really boring, but trust me, it's not. Yeah, I worked really hard to get the position though. Applied earlier this year and they said no. And they said not because of your academic promise, but because of a competitive applicant pool, which is basically a nice way of saying you're cool, but you're just not Virginia Tech cool.
You're worse than everyone else.
Yeah, which is such a slap in the face, because I worked pretty hard that semester. But
I
then
could
they
start to
said,
the year.
yeah, but then they said in the next semester that, hey, we're looking for a few people to apply again. So are you interested? And I said, yes, I am. And so I applied again and I got in. So honestly, it was just great for me. It was just mind blowing, and I'm honestly super glad that I'm going. And so now that's going to lead us to 2019, where we're going to be doing this podcast uh, over voice, so over voice chat.
So expect a whole new level of technical issues.
So long, Henrique's car. Now,
I'll miss you.
now we go to
Possibly also
shitty dorm
Henrique.
audio. Yeah, not Henrique. Henrique and I will still talk. We'll all still talk. So
We have Discord.
yeah, true. So and on top of that, I went to Australia. I paid for it mostly all by myself. I've been just been
Kind of.
Kind
yeah,
of.
just working so hard, and so that's not true. I got a $5 donation from Harrison, which was pretty important.
Oh, yeah. Look at
Yeah.
me getting the credit I deserve.
Mm-hmm.
5 out of
And
$500 right
$5.
there.
I made I made what's the name of
A
it? It's that
GoFundMe.
a GoFundMe. I made a GoFundMe for me to go to Australia. I didn't think anyone would donate, so I made it kind of memey. I put the video description. I made it just the Down Under video from Men at Work
I
music video.
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. Um, honestly, and then Australia was really cool. I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast or not. I can't remember, but just honestly, I fed a kangaroo from my hand. That's how cool it was.
That does sound
Um,
dope.
it does sound really dope. We went to a coral reef, not the Great Barrier Reef, but one of the off reefs of the Great Barrier Reef.
Right.
Yeah, and just went nature walking and checked out cities, and God, it was cool. I saw the Opera House. I went all over the country. So I went to Brisbane, Townsville, and Sydney. So Yeah, and then what else? I did stand up in
Jesus.
Boston.
You
I
actually
traveled all
did
the-
stuff.
I know, I know, I know.
You should have got last because mine is gonna be so much less impressive.
Well, what's yours?
This year, all I did was go to college, work at Target,
Uh huh.
and started this podcast.
That doesn't
I
sound
mean,
too bad.
technically I graduated, so I do have an associate's degree, but
Oh yeah, look at you.
that's the most thing that happened this year for me. I don't really do a lot. I'm a boring motherfucker.
It can't be just that.
Um, it actually might be. Hold on. I mean, the only other thing I do is hang out with my friends, which is you guys.
Oh, uh huh.
That's really the only time I leave my house is college and friends. I don't I don't want to get too much. I want to do more next year, but that's for the New Year's resolution thing. So
Okay.
we'll get to that later. Bennett, did you have anything else for your year?
Those are really like the big highlights that I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah.
There's this podcast that I started.
Oh
you
yeah,
know?
all by
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, all by myself.
Nice. So Harrison, how was your year?
No.
Cool. That's okay. Harrison does not want to talk about his year because it was probably the same as mine year.
Oh, true.
We're kind of the
Like-
same person.
Kind of the same person.
He's slightly richer
Well,
than I am.
They are the same person. They've been Siamese twins this entire time.
That's
I
true.
was concerned. I wanted to split them up using the amount of podcast money that I had, but unfortunately,
All
Sam said
$5 of it.
all $5. Yes, and I was like, "Please, Sam, like, allow me." And then he said, "No, he's my brother."
And
Like-
also, medical expenses in America are high.
That too. So
Okay. Good story.
The only thing particularly interesting that happened to me recently, this year or otherwise, was I'm building a deck to go to an ARG for Yu-Gi-Oh!
Ah,
The grand
Oh,
prize is
you go to a
$4,000.
Yu-Gi-Oh tournament?
Harrison,
Yes.
fucking get there.
If I win, I get 4K, and
Okay.
if Oscar wins, he's paying me for like all the expenses.
Who's Oscar again?
He's a competitive Yu-Gi-Oh player who comes to Nova.
Okay. Huh.
I don't know if you've met him before.
Well, Harrison, we
I
wish
might
you
have.
luck. If you win, we're going to do a winner's interview. If you lose, we're going to ignore you.
Yes.
Cool.
Um,
Deal with Enrique. Sorry,
Yeah,
if
actually.
I want to stay on the podcast.
we'll talk to him about what happened in that tournament later, and if he shows up in like our next episode, because I really want to go over that. But
Oh yeah.
we're gonna
basically-
no. Leave it for Enrique to tell.
Okay. Okay. Good to
We're
know.
gonna go ahead and skip ahead to Bennett's movie ratings.
Oh, okay. So I saw like 19 movies this year, new movies that came out this year, and I have reviews for all of them. But I'm not gonna do a full review.
We
thing.
do not have time.
We do not have time, and I want your reactions to what I'm saying and like hearing you give pins. All right. So we're gonna start off with Black Panther. Black Panther is Marvel's attempt at the blackest movie ever made, and I think they might have succeeded. And
You could
Well-
tell by the beginning when it started in Oakland.
yes, that is true. Like I thought it was a little weird. I thought it was a little, but it was mostly world building. So I kind of got that. I knew it was in Africa, which is why I was a little thrown off when it was in Oakland at first. I was like, this isn't Africa, as much as they wanted me to believe, but yeah, overall the movie wasn't the best movie ever, but I enjoyed it for what it was, I liked how now there is a black superhero. I love how there is now a role model. I like that. Or not that there is a black superhero, but there is one as prominent as the Black Panther is.
And he had a movie as good as that movie was. Like if that movie
That-
was trash, it would have sucked for everyone.
Yeah, honestly though.
Oh, yes.
It would have been. There was a lot of hype for this movie. I remember I saw it in a black theater, and I think that's probably the best way to watch this movie, honestly, because
Tread lightly, but continue.
no, I'm serious. Black theaters are fun when you watch a movie like this because they're reacting to it. They're like cheering it on. This was great. It was great, honestly. And I think that's what bumped the movie higher for me. So I gave it an 8 out of 10, 8.5 because of that. If I saw it again, it might be lower. Maybe not. I don't know. I only saw it once. So, anyway, next one. Game Night. A complete 180 from what Black Panther was. It's a comedy where a bunch of adults play game night, which is the biggest piece of fiction in that entire movie. And in the movie, it just goes wrong and it becomes a house robbery. This is going to be one of those movies that's just, I'm flipping through the channels when I'm in a hotel one day and it just happens to be on. And I'm like, fuck it, whatever. I mean, it's not like there's anything else on.
You're not.
And that's why.
So that movie is, if I see it, I won't change the channel?
Yeah.
Okay. I never saw it, so
Yeah.
I'm just going to agree with you.
Yeah, it's not good. Like, it's not worth a movie ticket, if that makes sense, you know?
Right.
But it did its job. It kept me entertained, and so good for it, I guess. Okay, Ready Player One. That movie was hot garbage. Like, honestly, it was like VR, right? You know? And, like, it just shows you, this is Steven Spielberg thinking this is what kids do nowadays. This is just all, like, ever wanted to know what it was like for an old man to think what technology is for kids? Like a liberal guy, too, who's like, technology's okay for children, you know?
Yeah.
Like, end of the movie, spoiler alert, literally ends with, and now we're going to turn it off sometimes, because that's important.
Oh, dear
Like,
God.
literally, the last 10 minutes are just like the schlockiest moments I've ever seen in a cinema. Like, it literally ends like they're about to go out, you know? And, like, they're in the car, you know? And they open the doors, and it's like the parents of the kids. And they're like, you did a good job, son. And then they close it. And then they open it up immediately. And it's like a group of cops. Like a completely different set of people. Like it's a fucking cartoon.
They did
you
a
know?
transition.
Yeah. Even though it was a cartoon, because most of it was all CGI.
True.
Like, I'm pretty sure like only 15 minutes of that whole movie was actual live action.
Probably.
Yeah. Like,
I can't really say anything because I didn't see it. Harrison, did you see Ready Player One?
No.
Okay.
No.
I did not want to.
yeah, like, the first key that they find is like, it's a race, right?
Oh,
You know?
yeah, I saw the trailer.
And the way to solve it is they actually drive backwards.
Oh, God.
You do the race backwards.
That's stupid
And I'm
as
like,
shit.
this took 4 years to figure out. That's literally like the first thing everyone would have done
Yeah,
if
there
they
are
were
Easter
trying
eggs.
to find a secret Easter egg.
There are Easter eggs in real racing games where you do that, and they were found in like day.
I know, because that's like the first thing people would do.
Yeah.
How does no one solve that? I don't know. Like, I think it's unbelievable.
Right. So what you're saying is that we should not spend more time on this movie.
No.
Okay.
We should not. Okay? And the less we talk about this movie, the better humanity is.
Are you giving it the worst movie of the year, 2 Mics, 1 Mac award?
I am not.
Oh,
actually.
boy.
That movie goes to a different movie. Let's see what we got.
Let him dig through his
Ladybird.
tickets.
Lady Bird. Lady Bird came out last year, but I saw it this year.
Close enough.
I liked it. I really liked it. I thought it was worthy. I don't think it should have won any Oscars, but it definitely should have been nominated for Oscars.
Nice.
You
That's-
understand
yeah.
me?
That's acceptable.
I feel it would be more relatable if you are a girl who grew up in America.
And this
if
is
you
true.
did-
We're not.
Yeah, we are not. So that it didn't really appeal to me. I saw this with one of my friends who is a girl, and she was like, "That movie was the best movie of my life," and I'm like, "It's okay," you know. Like,
It was playing to its audience. I got it.
Yeah, it was.
Well, I don't want to say
honestly-
playing to its audience, but it was for an
Yeah,
audience.
it was a coming of age story about a girl getting ready to go to college, you know? And honestly, if you are a girl getting ready for college or have been a girl getting ready for college, this is the movie for you. It really caters to that so well and grabs that so well. However, I've never been in that position, so I was like, eh.
Right.
Anyway, next movie, Avengers: Infinity War. We
Oh,
saw this movie together.
we did. Bennett lost a
Oh,
bet.
how did that happen?
So what happened was that I was gonna go see this movie on a date, and then she bailed on the date, meaning that okay, now I have this extra ticket. So I took our mutual friend Ian, and I took him to the movie, and we were enjoying it. We were having fun, but then before I went to the movie, I was hanging out with these fuckers,
Yo.
Sam and Harrison,
Yeah.
and another one,
And a third friend, Jasper.
Uh huh.
And basically what happened is, on the way there, Jasper was like, this is like opening weekend Avengers Infinity War. And Jasper was like, if there's seats open, you should totally buy them for us. And Bennett said, okay.
I said, yeah, no, I didn't believe it. It's not like it's open weekend for Avengers. You telling me it wouldn't have sold out immediately? I thought it would.
It
I was
didn't.
like, okay, it didn't. It did not. And I was really mad.
We walked
Okay,
up to the kiosk, and we
the
looked
three
at
of
it.
them, for the three of them, dead ass, there were 3 open seats left in the theater.
That's right.
Dead ass. I was so pissed off. It was in the front, way on the right side of the corner, but they were there.
Oh, yeah,
And
we
I
had
to purchase that shit.
We had a permanent Dutch angle of Infinity Wars, Harrison. That angle. You were there too. How was that angle for
The
you?
3 worst seats in the house.
Oh, yeah.
And for the Dutch angles with the Dutch angles, how did that feel?
Oh,
Like,
God.
So it's like a 90-degree angle.
Basically. Harrison actually leaned over and whispered to me, when there was the trailer for the Mission Impossible, you saw a fight scene, and Harrison leaned over to me and said, this will not be good. Like, do you remember that?
Yes.
He had concern immediately.
Did you say that? Oh my god. Oh my god. But
So that's how we saw it.
yeah. But honestly, Infinity War, I loved it. I really loved that movie. It's not a perfect 10, but it's a solid 9 because it's different. It's like a whole different beast of its own compared to other superhero movies.
Yeah.
Because nothing's ever been done to this scale, and this is just like the culmination of 10 years. You could tell that they planned this out really well. And like every single line, every single scene, every single animation purpose in this movie, and I enjoyed that very much.
Nice.
With this many characters, it should not have worked whatsoever, but it did, and I commend it for that.
Nice.
I really think this movie is great. I'd honestly check it out.
Now-
However, don't watch it if you haven't seen any of the other Marvel movies.
Yeah, that should go
Don't
without
go
saying.
into this blind. Okay, that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
Watch a few Marvel movies before you watch this movie.
Now, Bennett, does 9 get it to top movie of the year for you, or does that go to someone else as well?
That goes to someone else as
Oh,
well.
boy.
It's high up there, but it's not number.
All right.
Let's see. Deadpool 2. Deadpool 2 is like regular Deadpool, but like DLC. So it's more of the same shit, but it's
Yeah.
still good.
That is a really good description of that movie,
Yeah.
actually.
Like
I still
it's just
enjoyed
more
it.
Deadpool. Yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I thought it was funny. One specific scene in that movie, I think, is should be used in textbooks as to what visual comedy should be.
Oh, which one?
It's the helicopter scene.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
I consider that a perfect comedic scene, and I think that should be used in textbooks for comedy. The rest of the movie was okay. You know, it made me laugh, but that's the scene that really gave this a thumbs up from me. So yeah, it's just more Deadpool. If you don't like Deadpool, you won't like this. But if you do, then good for you. Okay, Solo. Solo.
Oh, God,
a
Solo.
Star Wars story.
I saw the memes.
God, this movie was shit. This doesn't win worst movie of the year. However, it wins the biggest letdown award. So, the biggest disappointment award, which is a hard title to own, but it got it. There should be no way that a Han Solo movie, who's the coolest person in Star Wars, be this shitty. There should be no way. Do you know how he got named in that movie? Spoilers. Do you know how he got named?
No, I
No,
don't.
so literally he was abandoning the army, the Air Force or whatever. And he was saying, what's your name? Han. And he's like, do you have a last name? He's like, so? Oh, are you by yourself? And he's like, yeah. Well, how about Han Solo? And like the guy looks
Roll
into the
credits.
camera. Yeah. What the fuck? How dumb is that? Isn't that the dumbest shit? Why can't his name just be Solo? My name is Bennett Spear. There was never a moment in my life where a guy who was like a warrior, you know, was like, who saw me and he's like, do you have a name? And I'm like, Bennett. And he's like, last name? And he's like, I don't have one. And I'm like, I don't have one. And he goes, how about Bennett Spear? And then he just hands me a... There was never that moment. It's just my name. It's just what I have. Why can't that be the same for him? So stupid.
All right, cool.
Oh,
Han Solo, huge ass letdown.
huge disappointment. Darth
Copy
Maul's
that.
in the end of this movie.
He is?
He is in the end of this movie, and because they're clearly trying to pull spin-offs off of him. But fucking why?
Do not do
Why?
that. He
Why?
had his arc, and it was him dying. That's all we
Like,
needed.
He's on the hologram, right? And like he has the lightsaber. He turned on, and the lightsaber is red. But like every hologram is blue. So why isn't the lightsaber blue? You know? It's just it's tinted red because it's edgy, and no one in this movie put any thought into this at all. No one did.
All right, I can't wait. If that doesn't win worst, I can't wait to see what does.
Okay. Let's see. Hereditary. I liked this movie. It was a horror. Solid 8 out of 10. There were times I was like, this is solid, you know.
Yeah.
She's like, it's one point it establishes she's allergic to nuts, you know, and she is allergic to. There are no jump scares in this movie, which shouldn't be commended because that should be an expected thing, but it's not. So that's a good thing for this movie.
Tuh.
There are scenes where you're like, it's like shows a scene, and then like in the corner of the shot, it shows like a person, and you're just like, what the fuck? Is that a person?
Mm-hmm.
You know? And you're just concerned. And this happens all throughout the movie, and I loved that. So this movie is pretty good. If you like horror movies, check it out. If you don't, check it out anyway.
Now I don't, so I won't.
Okay. Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Oh, I did not see this, so tread carefully because I'm gonna see it soon.
Okay, this movie's bad. This movie is really bad.
I choose to ignore this review.
The only reason to watch
Time
this
to deafen
movie,
myself.
Yeah, the only movie. No, don't listen. I won't spoil it. The only reason to watch this movie is because you're watching all the Marvel, and that's it.
Well, I am,
Like,
so...
skip it. It's bad. It's just bad. Okay, it's just boring. Nothing in this movie affects anything. All the actors are. Michael Douglas is phoning it in. Paul Rudd, who's Ant-Man, he's trying, but everyone else is phoning it in.
All right.
What's his name? Lawrence Fishburne is in this movie, and like in this movie, you wouldn't believe that he's an Oscar-winning actor. He's just terrible
Jesus.
in this movie. Oh my god!
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and choose to ignore this review.
Okay.
What's next on the list?
Gets a 4 out of 10. And what's sad is that this is the last Marvel movie Stan Lee got to live to see.
Oh, why'd you make us all sad?
I feel bad for Stan. Maybe this was the turning point. Maybe this is what killed
Jesus
him.
Christ.
Almost killed me. Shit. God damn it. I hated that.
Bennett needs to chill out.
4 out of 10.
All right.
All right.
Wasn't Venom the last one you got to see?
No. Maybe. I don't know.
I
Sure
choose
it
to
was.
believe it was Venom so we can go out on a high note. What's the next movie, Bennett?
Sorry to bother you. I love this movie. I fucking
Is this
love
the best
this
movie of the year?
No, it's
Oh my
not.
god.
But it's number 2.
Bennett's giving us the slowest roll possible on his path to the best and worst, but...
This movie is amazing. It's weird as fuck. Okay, so like don't go in expecting a snore movie. Movie's weird, and I love it. I love that it's weird. Do you care about spoilers for this movie?
No.
Okay, well, spoilers for this movie. Wait, I'm gonna give a few non-spoilers before.
We need to spoiler tag this
guy.
whole episode.
His name is Boots Riley. He's the director and writer for this movie. It's his directorial debut, and he nails it. The direction of this movie is amazing. There are shots in this that I'm just like loving it. I'm loving it. The actors in this movie are awesome. Terry Crews is in it for like 5 minutes, and he's great. He didn't even have to. He could phone it in, and he's still amazing.
Terry Crews could be a cutout of himself, and that would still be awesome.
God, and okay, so spoilers for the movie. So cut to Sam. You want to test your editing?
No.
Cut to this timestamp to find the non-spoiler, or do you not care?
Jesus Christ, I'm not putting
All right,
timestamps.
never mind. He's not doing shit. So, spoilers. Like in this movie, it turns out they're making drugs to turn people into horses, so that way they can get free labor.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's the plot of this movie. It's weird as fuck. It's so weird. It's super weird.
Now I kind of want to see it.
Love it.
What was your out of 10 for this?
9.
Oh boy.
5.
Cannot wait to hear what 10 was.
Love this movie. It didn't do super well financially because it came out the same week as Jurassic World.
Ah, the bad movie.
Yeah, okay. So that being said, Jurassic World. This movie is the worst movie I've seen this year.
We did it!
We did it. This movie's shit.
Jurassic World wins.
Nothing in this movie made sense. Nothing in this movie made sense. Oh my god. Everything just didn't work. Everyone's phoning it in. Chris Pratt is just phoning it in.
I mean, to be fair, if I was Chris Pratt, I would be phoning this in too.
Literally, like nothing in this movie made sense. Okay, it's like 2 movies in one movie, if that makes sense. So it starts off with them like, we have to save the dinosaurs because the volcano's about to explode, right? And so they're like, do we save the dinosaurs or do we just let them die? And there's
Let them die. Let them die.
Yes, there 5 times at this point in Jurassic Park history, we've learned that keeping dinosaurs alive is a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. But like, there are people who are like, no, they're animals and it's nature. We have to let them survive.
Those guys sound like bitches.
They are bitches. And it's like this PC movement, speaking from someone part of the PC movement who also hates the PC movement.
All right.
I can say that I hated them.
All right.
And then, like, they get to the island, right? And, like, it turns out they're trying to save, like, 15 species, right? And so they go there, and then they use Chris Pratt to track down the Velociraptor. And then they find it, and they knock him out, you know? But the problem is there were chips in all of them. So why even bring Chris Pratt along in the first place if there's already computer chips in all of the things?
Because we already paid him.
God, and like, so the island explodes, you know, and they save dinosaurs, and then they go back and they like auction the dinosaurs.
That's even dumber.
Right? It's super dumb. And then there's like this old guy, and he's the one funding it. He wants to save the dinosaurs, but then it turns out that the evil guy is working for him, and he has like a basement underneath this guy's mansion where he's keeping all the dinosaurs, which makes no sense because if you're gonna hide away the stowaway dinosaurs, why keep it in the same fucking house as the guy you're hiding it from?
The description of this movie is actually triggering me.
It's who does that? And how big is this guy's basement? Like legit, if it's big enough to hold like a potosaurus.
We clearly should have had a Venom-sized episode for this movie alone.
We should
but
have.
We unfortunately do not have time for that.
It's been 6 months, and I'm having flashbacks of watching this.
Jesus Christ. This is your personal Vietnam.
like, and in the movie, there's like this little girl, and it turns out she's a clone, right? And yeah, she's a clone the entire time, but you don't find that out, and you find out like the dumbest way possible, because the guy was like, yeah, Well, guess what? You were really bored. Your mom's not really your mom. You're a clone. And then she's like, what? What? No, that can't be. And that just annoyed me.
I disliked that immensely.
I
Can we
get
move
it.
on?
No,
No,
I'm
what?
not done with this movie
Oh
yet.
my god, the going over time. Continue.
I don't care. If we go over time, that's fine, because it's worth it to talk about how shitty of a
Oh boy.
Jurassic World 2 is.
I was
That's-
not ready for this.
Bad. And so, like, they auction the dinosaurs, right? And then it's like, oh, guess what? We have a special dinosaur. And it's like a genetically modified, right? That's, like, smarter than the other dinosaurs.
Jesus.
But, like, how it works is that you have, like, this gun with a laser pointer on it. And then you point the laser pointer at your target, and then the dinosaur will attack whoever the laser pointer is on.
That just might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
It's so stupid. Wouldn't it just be easier to, like, use an actual sniper instead of just, like, bringing a dinosaur along with you on this recon mission, having the dinosaur kill the target, bringing the dinosaur back, hoping it doesn't get tracked, and then stowing it away on your helicopter? Why not just use an actual bullet instead? Wouldn't that just be cheaper and more cost-effective and just, like, a better resource?
Bennett,
Or
what
some-
about the style points?
I mean, that's true. How much big dick energy does it take to send a dinosaur to do your assassination?
It's true.
Think how much big dick energy does that take? Like, that sends a message, I gotta say, and that's probably the reason. Like, it sends a statement to send a
honestly.
dinosaur. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Then the movie is about to end. Like, they like gas it up, right?
Oh, do
And
they?
they're about to send the dinosaurs away. They're like, all the dinosaurs could die, you know?
Yeah.
And so they're about to just let them die, you know? Like, they were going to let them free, but they're like, you know what? No, let them die.
Jesus
It's better
Christ.
this way. And they're like, okay, cool. We're getting some closure with these movies. And then the little girl who's a clone, she presses the button and she's like, I had a chance to live, so they should also. And I'm like, this
I'm
bitch.
bothered.
Who do you think you are? You fucking. They're not
Oh.
people.
God.
They're supposed to be dead. And then all the dinosaurs get freed, and now they're running the streets.
I don't
And that's how the
like
movie ends.
Jesus
That's how the movie ends.
Christ.
I guarantee you, Jurassic World 3 is going to be them dinosaurs in the city.
I
And
mean,
it's going to be the
probably.
It's going to be like Godzilla, King Kong type shit, where they're just wrecking the city, pulling bullshit. I don't know. Next movie,
Okay.
Incredibles 2, also garbage.
Oh,
I didn't like Incredibles 2.
I want to see that for the nostalgia factor. Honestly, I still haven't.
That's
though.
the reason people like this movie, is the nostalgia, which is not how you should rate a movie. A movie should be rated as its own. It shouldn't be based off of the review of the movie should not be based off of any nostalgic connections that you have with the movie. That's giving the movie unfair justice. And if you were to do that, you're supposed to state that outright.
All right
This
then.
movie's bad. I don't have any nostalgic connections towards Incredibles. I saw Incredibles when I was 15. I don't care for Incredibles.
All right.
Incredibles 2 is hot garbage. It's a cheap cash-in of what the Incredibles was, and it clearly shows that.
All right. Well.
Next movie,
Okay.
Teen Titans. Yeah, that was depressing.
All right. So Teen Titans. Oh boy, I did not
Teen
hear
Titans
good things
go
about
to the
this.
movies. Teen Titans go to the movies. No lie, loved it.
Oh my God.
I went in expecting to hate this movie because the show is hot garbage, and it's just it's catered for children to the dumbest degree.
Yeah.
However, I went in to see this movie because they had an extra ticket, and so I didn't pay for it, you know? But I went in, and I'm not gonna lie, I ended up just laughing my ass off through the entirety of this film. Oh my God, was this movie hilarious. There's a scene so the movie is about the Teen Titans. They want their own superhero movie. That's the plot of the movie. And so at one point, what they do is that they go back in time to kill all the other superheroes, so that way they're the only superhero left to make a movie off of.
What? Okay, I kind
I
of want to
know,
see this
that's
now.
an actual plot.
I kind of want to see this now.
Like, and so, spoilers. What they do, they go back in time to kill Aquaman, and how they do this...
Well, that should be easy.
They take soda rings, and they just throw it in the ocean.
What
To
the
have baby
fuck?
Aquaman choke on. Is it?
How can we kill Aquaman? Littering.
Yeah, that's how you do it. And I loved that. And then they realize that the world's shit if they without superheroes, so they go back in time again to recreate all the superhero origins. So they recreate Batman's origin story.
Oh my
by
god.
Throwing his parents in front of the guy who kills them.
What?
I know, it got weirdly dark.
Okay.
That happened in this movie, in this PG-rated movie. Also, Stan Lee makes a cameo in this film.
Nice.
Yeah, in a DC film.
Worth it. I'm fine
Amazing.
with this.
They rap in this movie, and no lie, that song was stuck in my head for a solid week.
Oh, they rap well-ish.
No, it wasn't well, but
Oh.
it was memey as fuck.
It
and
was
I loved
it was something that happened. Okay.
Please watch this movie.
All right.
This movie's great.
All right.
Next movie, Black Klansman.
Oh, I saw
This
the trailers
movie's
for
good.
this.
This movie's good. This movie actually deserves to be nominated for Oscars. There were a lot of cool shots that I thought really worked out. Basically, it takes place in the 70s. It's about a black cop who infiltrates the Ku Klux Klan.
He does that over the phone, and then when he needs to show up in person, uses his white partner.
It's yeah. It's a Spike Lee movie, and it's actually really good. I think this is one of Spike Lee's better movies. Spike Lee is very hit or miss, and this is a definite hit, not a miss. Yeah,
All right. So Black Klansman, a solid-ass movie.
solid movie. Topher Grace is in this movie. He plays Eric Foreman in what's it called? That 70s show.
Right.
He plays David Duke in this movie, and he nails it. Oh my god. He is just he was a good actor in this movie. I hated him, and that's how I knew he was doing well. So,
Yeah.
next movie, Venom. We talked about this
Next movie.
in detail. Next movie, Bohemian Rhapsody.
We talked about this.
We did talk about this. Next movie, mid-90s.
We also talked about that in the same episode as Bohemian
That's
Rhapsody.
true. Next movie, Ralph Breaks the Internet.
That
This
looked
movie
bad.
Was a disappointment.
That's kind of what I expected.
I liked the ending of this movie. I thought it was a smart ending where it showed the problem of this movie wasn't so much an actual person, but rather Ralph's conflict issues. And they visualized that, which is something you can only do in animation, what I really enjoyed. However, the rest of this movie is just kind of them doing things. Like at one point, they're raped, and then at another point, they're just kind of being... Ralph just tries to become a meme.
Oh yeah, they jumped around a whole lot.
Yeah, they
There's,
jumped
like,
around.
four times throughout that movie where it's like, what is it?
Uh-huh.
Is it over?
It didn't.
Is it gonna-
It didn't seem grounded in any way. And whereas the first Wreck-It Ralph, even though they were jumping from game to game, everything had a purpose.
There was
You know,
continuity.
there was continuity. They were doing it because, we have to do this to do point A. We have to do point A to solve point B. Okay?
Yeah. I
So-
did like the first movie, so knowing the second one's a disappointment
And
will
most
save
of
me
that
some
movie
time.
was actually just in one video game.
Yeah, it's true.
Helped, because by changing plot constantly over and over and over again, it kind of ruins the flow of the movie, because you're only doing this because you have to get from point A to point B. And on top of that, they just throw in a lot of Disney trademarks for the hell of it. And I assume they only do this because Disney's just trying to get all their trademarks.
Hey, we
out
own
in
the
one
rights
movie.
to this. Put it in the movie.
Exactly. It was dumb. It did not need to be in the movie, but it's there. And I think it's really dumb. Anyway, next movie. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. This is my favorite movie of the year. hands down.
Oh yeah, that
Hands
I
down.
want to. I need to see that movie. So
Easy. 9.9 or 10 out of 10. I have one nitpick, and that's like sometimes the music wasn't good because it'd have a really sad scene and then have like a really dumb song play right after.
Mhm.
But other than that, nothing. This movie has had some of the best animation I've ever seen in my life and is by far the best animated movie this year. Looking at you, Incredibles 2.
all
you
right,
piece of shit.
let's not throw that much shade at my
Sorry.
childhood.
Sorry. Okay.
Probably also the best Spider-Man movie.
It's up there. It's definitely up there.
That sounds like a fight. That sounds like a long conversation to decide
That
that.
does sound. Well, that'll be another podcast.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
it will never happen. Something. We'll figure it out.
Something. Maybe if people comment enough.
Huh, they
where's my
won't.
Spider-Man comparison movie podcast.
Let's try and get one comment, boys.
This is my one comment special. Posting it for all of you.
is that the
No,
last
but,
movie you saw, or is there one more?
It is. It is the last
Okay.
movie I saw. A bunch of movies I haven't seen, but Spider and like just the animation alone is a spectacle. There's so much shit going on, but you know everything that's happening, which is incredible. It's designed to look like it's in a comic book,
Right.
which is fucking genius,
Yeah.
I think, for an animated comic book.
Yeah.
I thought it was amazing. What's his name is in this movie?
I love what's his name.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage is in this movie.
Excuse me?
Yes, and he's great. He's great. I couldn't believe it.
Huh.
Nicolas Cage is doing well.
I need to see a movie where Nicolas Cage is good. I haven't seen
John-
that since National Treasure, and even that was iffy.
He was great. He was the trick to Nick Cage is to not have him as much. Okay?
Nicolas
Sprinkle him
Cage
in.
is great in moderation.
He's like cinnamon. You don't put too much of him in.
Don't put too much in your mouth, and you will like Nick Cage.
Don't put any Nick Cage in your mouth. You kidding me?
Oh, Nick Cage took issue with that sentence.
No,
Alright.
but,
Congratulations, Jurassic World, for being the worst movie Bennett saw this
Mm-hmm.
year. And Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse is the best movie Bennett's seen. Looks like the best movie I'll see, but I won't see it till next year.
JK, it's Venom. Venom is number one.
Shit, you're right. The
Best
meme.
movie of the year.
The meme.
Movie of the decade. Movie of the century.
Watch out,
Venom.
you're a pussy.
Venom
It's my boy,
wins.
Venom.
Venom wins the distinguished most meme
Yeah,
movie
Venom.
of the year.
Venom.
Eminem's Venom, the song, wins the worst song on that album award.
I think you mean the best song of the decade award is what you're looking for.
All right, sure, sure.
Venom.
All right,
Venom.
all right.
Venom.
We
Love
have our
that song.
awards.
Okay.
So, I have a real
Movies I
quick
haven't
game. What's up?
I haven't seen what's it called? Aquaman. I haven't
fine.
seen it because an Aquaman movie looks dumb. A Quiet Place I haven't seen, which I really want to watch because it looks good as fuck. And those are the only two that come to mind that I really
right.
wanted to check out. So
All right, Harrison.
Yeah,
Any closing
solid.
comments on Bennett's movie ratings?
They happen.
Okay, cool.
wow.
Thanks for
Excellent.
man.
Excellent suggestion.
Okay, so I'm gonna make Harrison participate in this next section where we play a game about science. Are you ready for a game
Oh,
about
yeah.
science?
Science. What is
Oh.
this? I actually haven't heard this game yet. So please
Well,
explain.
it's because it's one I made up. I'm going to talk about a science experiment, and I want you guys to tell me if it actually happened or if I just made it up right now.
Ooh, that's a fun game. Okay, let's hear what you got.
All right. So, a long time ago in the 1960s, researchers wanted to see what would happen if you gave an elephant LSD. So they shot it with what is essentially a syringe with LSD in it to see what the elephant would do when it was high.
Yes.
I'd like to think yes. I'd like to think it's the '60s, right?
Yes, it was 1960s.
Okay, yeah. People didn't have feelings in the '60s, so yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, you're correct. That actually happened.
Woo!
It was a group of researchers in Oklahoma City.
Okay,
So that did
Wait, it
actually
was-
happen.
it was in Oklahoma City?
Yes.
It would be Oklahoma.
Fucking
Leave it to
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. Leave it to Oklahoma. Utilize an elephant and be like, this is a good idea. You know?
All right.
What happened? What the elephant do?
I can.
Did he like lay down on a hammock and just sit there and watch the sunrise?
It was designed to find out if it would induce must in an elephant, a temporary
Must.
kind of madness male elephants sometimes experience.
Yes, because that's exactly what we want. An angry elephant. That sounds like a great
The
idea.
elephant reacted to the shot as if a bee had stung him, trumpeted around his pen for a few minutes, then keeled over on his side and died after an hour.
That's horrible. That's
I
actually
know.
really
Well,
horrible.
1960s Oklahoma City. You know.
That's
All right.
meth capital of Oklahoma.
That's true. All right.
Yeah. There,
So-
next study.
That's true. So in the 1920s, what Soviet researchers did was they were trying to discover how the dog's body worked. So what they did,
Body work. Okay.
they basically what they did was they tried to dissect a dog while keeping it alive, so they could actually like watch, so they
What
could
the fuck?
so they could actually like see it work, so that they could study that and see if they could apply it to like human studies, because you can't cut up a human and watch him work. So they tried to use a dog.
Not with that attitude, Sam. You
Okay.
kidding me?
All right, begin the experiment. Bennett is our test subject.
All right. So did I make that up or is it real?
I'm gonna say no, because having dissected a frog before, you have to like pin them down, right? And I think it's gonna be a little hard for a dog.
Well, they
I'm
drugged
gonna
it.
say no. Oh, okay. So no, I'm gonna say no. It didn't happen.
I'm gonna give that one a yes.
I just made it up right now.
Hey, look at that,
All right.
Harrison. You suck.
Yeah.
You suck. You suck.
All right. Also 1920s, also Soviets. This time, a doctor traveled to Africa to pursue his vision of a breed, like interbreeding between men and ape.
Man and ape.
He wanted to interbreed them.
Yes.
Man and ape. What kind of ape are we talking here? Like, out of curiosity.
Chimpanzees.
Chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Is it a male chimpanzee or a female chimpanzee? I want to know. I gotta know.
I don't know.
Is this how AIDS started?
I
feel
think
like
he
this is
tried
how AIDS-
both.
So 2 babies. Okay.
So, did a Soviet
I-
researcher in the 1920s travel to Africa to interbreed with a chimpanzee?
When was this?
1920s.
I'm gonna say no, because in Soviet Russia in the 1920s, they kind of had a whole war thing going on. So I'm gonna say, or not a war thing. They're kind of doing this whole like communist.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say no.
Harrison?
I'm gonna give this one the third yes.
Yeah, no, that actually happened.
What?
There
What?
were a lot of rumors alleging this, but it wasn't until the collapse of the Soviet Union that they could actually see the Russian archives, and rumors were confirmed. Basically, a world-renowned expert on veterinary and reproductive biology wanted to
What
do
the
more in life
fuck?
than breed fatter cows, so he traveled to Africa.
Wait, is this the original furry?
He
Are we?
might.
Have we?
Guys,
Have
he
we
might.
discovered the OG furry? Is
Obviously.
he not? Is he in the furry Hall of Fame?
He might be. Obviously, this didn't work.
Okay.
Obviously.
How do you know? How do you know?
Okay,
Not
well,
with that
also,
attitude.
he brought an orangutan named Tarzan back with him and advertised for female volunteers willing to carry Tarzan's child, Tarzan the orangutan.
Oh,
And it
Did it
actually
work?
got some takers.
I mean, like Tarzan. I mean, he must have been one sexy ape if that was the case.
That's true.
I mean, yeah. Look at those arms.
Oh, God.
Think what they can keep that with a straight face. Great visual for our audio podcast.
Absolutely. Great. All right. So, 1960s, height of the Cold War. America is trying to figure out how they can get people to talk about their experience in the Soviet Union. So they try a brainwashing technique where they inject them with a drug that's still classified in an attempt to get them to talk. and instead, it actually just kind of made them really happy. And they're still not exactly sure why. Because research was discontinued, and they still haven't started it again. But essentially, they wanted to interrogate people, and all it did was just make them really happy. And they still lied to them.
I'm gonna say yes. That sounds like something America would.
Harrison?
It does sound very realistic. However, I'm going to give this one the first no.
Oh,
Why is
really?
that? Why is that?
Because of the fact that it sounds realistic.
Oh, that's actually a good point.
Yeah,
Right, I'm not thinking-
Harrison's right. That never happened. I just made it up.
Damn it.
They definitely tried something like that, but I doubt they tried exactly what I just
Damn it.
described.
I'm not thinking dumb enough.
You really
Damn
aren't.
it. Hold on. Okay, I'm overthinking. I gotta think dumb.
You
Here we go.
Fool. All right. In Soviet Russia, once upon a time,
Uh-huh.
basically I don't want to go into the details of this, but essentially, they tried to decapitate a dog and keep its head alive.
Like you do.
Yeah, that's the whole experiment. They tried to keep a dog's head alive without its body.
Why are all these in Russia? Like,
Because
actually-
Soviet Union had a roughly zero ethics in terms of
Oh,
research. They did not give a shit.
Huh. Science's golden era.
So that's the entire experiment. Cut off a dog's head, put tubes in its neck, and see if they can keep it alive.
Okay. Did it work?
Yeah, actually.
So it did happen.
I mean, or I just lied to you.
It did happen. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. Haha. I got him. I got him, America. You hear that? Got him.
Harrison?
I am also going to say yes.
Yeah, no, Soviets did that. 19. He actually displayed one of his living dog heads before an international audience of scientists.
Uh-huh.
And, even fed it.
That is horrible.
Oh, yeah.
Actually.
Absolutely.
Horrible,
No.
horrible thing to do.
It was an awful experiment. It was just the worst. Alright.
Mm-hmm.
Also America, also during the Cold War, they wanted to demoralize enemy troops and get them distracted. So what they were trying to develop was a chemical that they could drop on enemy troops that would make them have homosexual relations.
I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Harrison?
Kind of want this to be true.
What?
I'll say yes.
Yeah, America tried to develop a gay bomb during World
God
War
damn
II.
it. Not the gay
I was-
bomb.
I was wrong on the time frame. It was World War II. But yeah, it's absolutely
Oh my
something
God.
they did.
Would that have changed your answer, Bennett?
Like,
Yeah, America
The
tried
gay-
to develop a gay
yeah.
bomb.
a gay bomb. I mean, like, it doesn't surprise me they tried making a gay bomb. What surprises me is that, like, I'm wrong, you know? And I'm just not down for that. Honestly.
All right.
I know how you feel, Bennett.
I'm not having
I'm
fun.
correct.
All right. I think one more, and then we'll move on to New Year's resolutions.
Okay,
So,
cool.
there was a doctor a long time ago. This is early 1800s.
Uh-huh.
So he was working with yellow fever, and he was like, I don't really see people getting this a lot in the winter, but they get it in the summer. So clearly yellow fever is not contagious at all. And he did this by drinking fluids of people who had yellow fever,
Uh-huh.
dribbled vomit in his eyes, a lot of other stuff I'm not going to describe. But essentially, he went very far in exposing himself to fluids of yellow fever sufferers to prove it was not contagious.
Wait, so repeat that? Sorry.
He was trying to prove his theory that yellow fever was not contagious, and he did that by working with the fluids of yellow fever patients, like drinking their vomit and putting it in his eyes.
This sounds really weird. So I'm going to say yes. Because I'm starting to get myself in that mindset. Okay, like,
Harrison.
I am going to say no.
No, he actually did this. His name is Stubbins Firth with two F's. He thought it proved his theory because he did not catch yellow fever because yellow fever is only blood to blood. So nothing he did actually hurt him, but it was just the worst ideas he's had. It says here he fried some vomit up on a skillet and inhaled the fumes too.
He has a name that starts with two F's.
Yeah, last name F Firth with two F's. Yeah.
What in the hell?
And that was Weird Ass Science. Thank you for playing.
Wow. Okay. Do I win anything?
I think actually Harrison beat you, but
Shit, what's even the point then? If I'm not gonna win.
so congratulations,
Man,
Harrison.
do I replace Bennett as the co-host now?
I mean,
as the singular host.
you'll have to spend more than $0 on a mic.
Ooh.
Maybe show up to more episodes, you know.
Yeah.
Participate.
Maybe watch more movies, because you can't truly replace Bennett without replacing his movie critic experience.
That's true. That's true.
More than you.
Ever wanted mediocre movie reviews?
Anime doesn't count.
I have watched more movies than you of the ones that Bennett mentioned. Which
Well, yeah,
actually
more than
surprised
me. That's easy as shit. But you can't replace me, because I've got the science. Clearly, that's the only thing I bring.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, thank you for
in the
playing
face
our
of
game.
bio major over here.
Harrison gets an across the internet high five. Now let's talk
Okay.
about 2019.
So, what are your resolutions for next year?
Let's start with Harrison.
Okay.
As of right now, I just want to win that attorney.
Ah, that's fair.
Your
The rest
what?
is
His Yu-Gi-Oh
pretty much
tournament.
the same.
Okay.
Is that all you got? Your only New Year's resolution is to win a
it?
tournament?
Yeah, is that the only review? Is that the only
I mean,
resolution?
if I do well, I will continue on that route.
That's a
and
horrible
keep winning
resolution, Harrison.
Harrison.
You gotta have like a goal.
Harrison,
you know?
drink more water. Just say drink more water.
That's a good resolution. You know,
That
exercise for
would kill
once.
me.
Okay. Harrison, drink more things that won't kill you.
But if water will kill me, I'm pretty sure everything else will kill me faster.
That's true. Alright. So, Bennett, I'm gonna guess you want to go last on this one?
Yeah.
Alright.
How do you go last?
My New Year's resolution is to do more things. And basically what I mean by that is I'm taking a semester off college, so all I'll be doing is working at Target, and I want to spend all my free time actually doing the hobbies I have, because I haven't.
Okay.
Because I've had, like, work 5 days, school 2 days, and I just haven't done any of the hobbies I've always wanted to. Like, I stopped working on a video game I was working on, I haven't even started streaming. What's up?
Opening your Steam library.
Yeah, I'm probably going to open up my Steam library, because I have over 200 games, played about 10. I've been really neglecting my hobbies, and that's what I want to focus on. Mental health, my hobbies, maybe start streaming, definitely work on that game again. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Like what kind of games though?
Games play or games make?
Both.
Play anything I get off Humble Bundle. I'm just subscribed, and I didn't stop subscribing, I just stopped playing. So I've got a huge library of all genres. Like,
Okay.
I've got so many games I want to get through. I can't even name them. And as far as game make, I'm using RPG Maker.
RPG Maker. Like,
Yeah.
Do you have any RPGs you're working on now?
Yeah, I am working on one.
Like what?
I stopped a while ago, but I have, like, all the maps. Basically, it's just your standard. It's my first game that I'm gonna make, so it's your standard. Let's go to this place and do one thing, this place to do the second thing, this place to do the third thing, and then kill the boss. It's pretty simple, but
Wow.
it's a lot of work.
Okay.
And there's gonna be actual story, obviously, but
Do you have a story idea yet?
well, yeah. The idea is that it's been winter for a very, very long time because some dick in the tower off the coast has utilized the power of some undescribed crystals to make it winter all the time because he's a dick. and you as the hero need to break the crystals and kill the wizard,
Okay.
and then actually have
Sure.
summer or spring
Or spring or fall.
or any other season other than winter. But yeah, obviously when it's finished there will be more story than what I just said, but that'll be a while because I'm really bad at doing things.
Okay. For me, is that all your resolutions?
Yeah, also stop using Reddit as much, but that's unlikely to happen.
Yeah, I get that. I get that. I'm in the same boat. I don't know what my resolution is, honestly, because like I'm so focused on tech that it's hard for me to like. I haven't really put much thought into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just say
Because,
drink
like-
more water.
Yeah, sure. Why not? Drink more pool water.
There you go.
Shit. Yeah.
Daily dose of chlorine.
Yeah. I need that shit
You don't.
for how this year's going. God damn. No, but in all
Buy
seriousness
thicker
though.
water bottles.
In all seriousness though, like it's been Virginia Tech has been so stressful just moving in
Yeah.
and stuff, you know? It's just been nuts, honestly, because like every day there's something new I have to do. I have to do immunizations because apparently some girl died because she got measles or some shit,
Oh.
you know? Yeah, and now every college requires it. And I'm like, who the fuck dies from measles?
Someone who
point-
didn't vaccinate or didn't get vaccinated.
And that's their fault. That's called nature.
That's their
like,
parents' fault.
That's called nature just like thinning out the herd, okay? That's natural selection.
But just to be
at its
clear,
prime.
it's probably their parents' fault.
Yeah. Okay? So I have to suffer. I was smart enough to get a vaccine.
We'll get another one.
They're requiring me to
Please
take
don't-
polio too.
Please don't leave like right now. You don't need that again.
I have to get polio too. I get a shot for polio.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You have to get
polio?
polio.
I ain't FDR. I don't need this shit.
The history joke. Do you want your New Year's resolution to just be like, I don't know, not fail
Don't get
any
polio?
class? Don't get
My-
polio.
my-
Don't get polio.
Yeah, that's
Kick
my
Virginia
resolution.
Tech's ass.
I'm gonna kick their ass,
Yeah.
literally.
Get there.
Okay? Yeah. See how that goes.
Get there. All right.
What else am I gonna do? Yeah, it's just been crazy. Plus, I started working recently
Oh
at
yeah.
an ice rink. Yeah, I started working at an ice rink
Yep.
again,
Oh,
and God, it's been busy.
oh yeah.
my God.
It's almost like it's winter or something.
Yeah, crazy. No, but day in, day out, I just go in, work. I haven't sat for like 6 hours yesterday. Just like picking up skates and returning skates. Excuse me. And just doing things all the time. Just like not doing things. That sounds stupid, but
Yeah.
more of just trying my best to just keep up with the workload. But
Yeah.
like we broke the record for most people in rink history. Yet
Lucky you.
a few days ago. Yeah, and then 2 days later we broke the record again.
Oh my god.
So God, it was so many people. It was just consistent and incessant.
New Year's
amount of-
resolution is to make less people ice skate.
Yes. Yes, that's the resolution.
All right.
Or just hire new people. Like it's not hard.
Oh, it is when money happens.
That's true.
All right. All right. So those are our New Year's resolutions. As a podcast, I think our New Year's resolution should be consistency, maybe.
Yeah, consistency would be great. We'd like to apologize to all our listeners.
All 10 of them.
Inconsistent. All 10 of them. There's 16, thank you.
You're right.
No, but yeah, we'd like to apologize to them for not being as consistent. It's just been a little wonky recently because I got accepted to tech, and then the holidays happened.
Life
you know,
exists, and
Life exists, and it's just been difficult for us. However, we're still trying to get these all fitted out. This is the first time we're trying a podcast just via audio.
I can't wait to see how poorly that goes.
Not in this, not in the same room as each other.
Yeah.
And we're going to try keeping that up while I'm at tech, so that way we can keep this good old content flowing through your subscription box.
Absolutely.
So
And our main thing is we want to try and release an episode every Monday.
we're trying to do that.
But
yeah.
my main thing is to make sure that we let people know when we can't. Like,
Yes.
we have a Twitter that I think we should use.
Yeah, that's probably important. Social media is probably
So
important.
yeah, We're gonna get on our Twitter. We're gonna post some memes. We're gonna post our episodes. I'm gonna post a homophobic comic that can be used 3 years later when we're famous to bring me down. You know, the standard stuff you use Twitter
the
for.
standards. Yeah, the standards. Start a presidential debate based off something I said as a joke, and then get flagged for it because I am the president.
Get it, since we're on YouTube, get at least one copyright strike.
Yes, true.
We're gonna try and hit everything.
Don't forget complete demonetization of all of our.
We're already there. I haven't gotten monetized yet.
There we go. See, it's already happening.
Yeah.
Fucking YouTube.
Yep.
It's trying to ruin our shit.
All right, and then I also want to try and set this up on Spotify. I will tweet that out and let everyone know if and when that happens.
Yeah. So
from us to 2Mics1Mac, I hope your holidays have been good. I hope they are good. I hope they will be good.
Yeah. Have a happy new year. We love all of you. Thank you for listening. Like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter, other places.
Just Twitter and YouTube right now. We'll expand.
All that good junk. Yeah. Twitter and YouTube, all that junk. Leave a comment as to what you liked. Leave a comment as to what you didn't like.
Leave a comment about literally anything.
Doesn't really matter. I don't read the comments.
I do.
So
prove to me there are people out there listening, please.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Next year will be better. We promise.
Later.